Have you been wondering whether your moment has passed? Whether you came to the digital economy too late to build, too late to become? Hold that question. Do not answer it yet. Welcome, I am Vocal Angel, and this is ReFire Wealthy Episode 1. This season, we build through the architecture of becoming 3 pillars in order: the be who you are, the do what you build, the have what you are positioned to receive. And today we begin where everything must begin, in the be, with identity. Who are you before the world named you? Because by the end of this episode, you will be repositioned. Before we speak about wealth, before we speak about tools, systems, or strategies, there is a law that governs all of it: identity before purpose. Most wealth-building frameworks begin with the question, what should I do? They lead with action, strategy, the acquisition of a skill or asset. This framework begins with a different question entirely. Who are you? Not who you were told to be, not who circumstances have shaped without your consent, but who you are, architecturally, fundamentally, at the level of your original design. Purpose is not something you find, it is something you become. And wealth, sovereign, lasting, generational wealth, is not the product of the right strategy applied to the wrong identity. It is the evidence of a woman who knew who she was, built from that foundation, and moved in the sequence that identity required. That sequence is the architecture of becoming, and it begins here, in the be, with you. Consider the names you have carried: mother, wife, sister, daughter, colleague, carer, each one true, each one worn with honor, and each one a role, given to you by relationship, by circumstance, by season. Here is what I want you to see. You held those roles. They did not create you. Beneath the naming is the woman who was there before any of them arrived, the original design. The roles were assignments. She is the identity. And in this season, when some of those roles have quietened, the children grown, the workplace behind you, the caring completed, the world calls it an emptiness. I call it a revealing. For the first time in decades, the woman underneath can be heard, because you cannot build sovereign wealth on a borrowed name. Who are you before the world named you? Sit with that question. It is the foundation of everything we build this season. There is a question that circulates quietly among women of a certain season of life. It is rarely spoken aloud, but it is present. Have I arrived too late? Today, I want to dismantle that question entirely, not with reassurance, not with optimism, but with architecture. The women who will lead the digital economy are not the youngest in the room. They are the clearest. Clarity is not given to the young. It is built by those who have moved through enough seasons to understand the difference between noise and direction. That is your competitive advantage. And season 4 is where we build with it. I want to introduce a word that will govern this entire season. Not retire, refire. Retirement carries within it an identity proposition. It suggests that your most productive season is behind you, that your role now is to conserve, withdraw, and prepare for an ending. I reject that proposition entirely. ReFire is not a motivational concept. It is an architectural decision. It is the choice to enter this season with your full intelligence, your verified wisdom, your capacity for disciplined action, and the tools that the digital age has now placed within reach. ReFire means a new chapter of purposeful wealth architecture, built intentionally, built in sequence, built to last, not rushing, not hustling, not performing urgency you do not feel. Moving with the deliberate pace of someone who has earned the right to build correctly. I want to share something briefly from my own architecture. There came a point in my own journey when I recognized that the financial narrative I had inherited was not built for the life I was actually designed to live. I had the wisdom, I had the experience, I had frankly more strategic clarity than at any earlier stage. What I had not yet done was align that clarity with the tools, the systems, and the sovereign architecture that this season of life required. So I built it, not because I had all the answers, but because I understood that waiting for permission was its own form of withdrawal, and I had not come this far to withdraw. Meet the woman behind me at ReFireWealthy.com. Here's what this season holds. 6 episodes, 3 pillars, built in order. The B, episodes 1 and 2, identity, who you are before the world named you. The Do, episodes 3 and 4, your sovereign position in the digital economy, and proof of discipline, a credential no institution can issue and no one can take. The Have, episodes 5 and 6, sovereign stewardship and legacy as the evidence of how you lived. This is not a motivational series, it is a construction project, and you are the architect. You do not want to miss what comes next. Subscribe now and ring the notification bell so every episode finds you the moment it arrives. And if this episode spoke to you, share it with a woman who needs to hear it. Womanity builds together. That question I asked you at the beginning, who are you before the world named you, has an answer, and it has a sequence. The foundational guide at ReFireWealthy.com is where it begins. It is the only entry point into the architecture of becoming. And if you would rather speak first, book your complimentary one-to-one call. The link is waiting for you. It is never too late to become who you were architected to be. Identity before purpose, always. This is Vocal Angel. Be blessed.